Okay, greetings everybody. Dr. Tormey coming to you once again from downtown Murfreesboro. We are approaching week 5 now, so that means we are entering the semester's middle weeks. And I'd like to begin with some reminders as I refer to my notes here. Please keep in mind the messages from recent weeks. You are being judged on how well you observe deadlines and other basic class protocols, other soft skills that we associate with effective students, like following assignment instructions and meeting deadlines and the like. Um, Remember, it's the totality of the work that you do over the course of the semester that determines the extent that you'll qualify for that A or B grade according to my ungrading policy. So please do make those weekly assignments um, complete and put them in the drop boxes on deadline so that you are making progress towards that goal. All right, as we enter week 5, we will be continuing to work on a series of successive assignments, each one building on the work you did from the weeks before. That starts with a bibliography assignment with the instructions of which are on your week 5 checklist. You've all done some very basic research to this point, and we'll be building on that. We'll be going back and looking at some of the library resources and databases in more detail. And we'll also review the citation protocols, MLA and APA, that we first encountered in recent weeks. And then we'll begin the process of putting all of this research that you've done into some kind of coherent order. You'll be adding sources to the ones you've already gotten, and so by the end of week 5, you should have a bibliography draft, a working bibliography that you'll be using for the remainder of the term. The process of critical research involves a series of steps over the coming weeks. For week 5, we will be beginning the process of creating the bibliography, and we'll be moving towards an annotated bibliography in week 6, and then a reviewed or critical annotated bibliography that we'll work on in week 7 that'll be due after week 8, after the break, at the beginning of week 9. I might be working on coming up towards with a better name for the assignment, the critical annotated bibliography, but for now we'll call it a tested, reviewed, or critical biography because you'll be judging your sources in accordance with the CRAP guidelines, which we've already looked at this term in the last couple of weeks. You'll also have some readings for each week. Each is appropriate to the specific skills and goals that you're working towards. These will be linked within the checklists for each week, and that begins, of course, with the readings in week 5. You'll also see a drop box for each week's assignment where you'll submit your work as each week gets underway. Finally, I do hope the written feedback system that I'm using on D2L is working for you. You're always free to email via D2L to seek out any clarification. But given the fact that I'm continuing with some newer practices and resources that I've developed in recent years, including ungrading and our free OER textbook and a whole range of new instructional content and a new approach to offering feedback in the written dialogues as opposed to directly on your assignments themselves. It's helpful for me to get a sense of what's working and what isn't, so please let me know if you feel strongly about anything we're doing because it's still relatively new to me, just as it is to you. Finally, I thank you for putting up with my unruly dogs here who you might hear off in the distance. That's what I've got for this week 5 update. Please find my ungrading statement below and refer to it as necessary. And also find a link to your week 5 checklist where you can get started on your work for this upcoming week. Otherwise, I wish you a great week ahead. Take care.